from the Toronto Jazz Festival, the TD Toronto Jazz Festival co-founder. Hey, that sounds like me. Only the city is different. And please, Anne Page, wife of Jim Galloway. Thank you both for being here. All the memories I have from Jim Galloway, the first one was his voice, his speaking voice over the phone. You know? And then I realized that when he would play, it sounded just about the same. The man was the embodiment of his art. Always soft-spoken, nice person to deal with. And, so this is my first memories. And then after that, we collaborated pretty often. Always mostly over the phone. I met him a few times only when I was in Toronto. But I can remember somebody who was really dedicated to his craft and also to the festival that he held, I think in the first, how many years? It was
Jim was with us 25 years,
okay.
29-year festival.
So that was quite a contribution. I would like, obviously, you to take this in his name. That's the Oscar Peterson Award. It's the first time that we give an award to an artist who is also a jazz festival organizer. So I feel pretty, this is pretty special for an occasion. And I think it's very well deserved because the Oscar Peterson Award normally goes to a Canadian musician of renown, which Jim was obviously. And on top of that, his mission, his involvement into jazz in the Toronto scene and all of the Canadian scene and then the rest of the world because he traveled a lot, makes him, I think, very deserving of this trophy. And I wish that we thought of this while he was still there. But at least we're repairing today this little mistake that we made along the way. We just did not have the reflex to give awards to colleagues in the organizing world. But obviously as a musician, on its own, I mean, he really deserved this award, and I'm glad that today, at least, we're doing it.
Thank you, André. It's a beautiful tribute to Jim. He would be thrilled, and especially coming from you, and thank you and all your colleagues. And Jim, as you said, was a gentleman. He was also a very shy man, so he would take this very seriously and be very happy that his talents were recognized, and I think it's great that they have been. But thank you very much indeed, really. I'm very honored on his behalf. And sorry too that he's not here connected. He's looking down on us.
Well,
Great picture that.
He's looking good.
Yes, he is. He's looking good.
Any memories that you'd like to evoke of the life and times of Jim Galloway? Is there something that for you that comes to mind immediately, like the crowning moments of his professional musician life, or is there something that really stands out for you?
I think most of it was special along the way, wherever he was. He loved playing internationally, he loved playing at home in Canada, and I think the one thing which gets repeated quite often, which was so important to Jim, was because he played from his heart, he always felt that he wanted his audience to go away feeling happier than when they arrived, and I think that he accomplished that most of the time. He had a wonderful on-stage presence with people, and they did go away feeling better. They all loved him. He was very much admired and respected. But I can't pick out any one particular thing. They were all special.
Yeah.
I think. Can you pick out anything special?
When I look at that picture, that reflects what André said originally. Jim's presence came through in his music as well.
Yeah.
One thing that always struck me was his sense of humor. Jim was a very humorous man, and even that came out in his playing too. He was very light on the soprano saxophone. And he, of course, just loved the music. And it's great, André, to be able to bring this home to Jim's new hometown. He was originally from Scotland, but made Toronto his home since 1964.
Did he have any nostalgia of his native country? Did he ever think of returning, or he became a Canadian forever?
I think he became a Canadian forever, but it took him quite a while. He only became a Canadian actually in the late 90s. I think it was. Yes, but he loved his home, and he liked going back there, and he was always very nostalgic about Scotland and never lost his accent, as
Oh.
Patty and I frequently mimic.
Do you have a memory of musicians that he really dreamed of bringing to Toronto and that he succeeded in, to play with them or to program them in the festival?
Yeah,
Was there role
absolutely.
models for him?
He had several good friends around the world, musicians, and eventually he would bring them all to Toronto. But Jay McShann, fond memories of Jay McShann and Jim recording with Jay McShann, and Doc Cheatham. But there's a whole slew of these guys, the Warren Vachets and you know, the trad players still around today. Jim was very close to them. And if they weren't coming to Toronto to play at our festival, Jim was going to their hometown playing their jazz festivals. Good network.
Yeah. And throughout the years, are there moments where he felt like his career at the festival was getting in the way of his performing?
Actually, the funny thing about Jim, his job at the festival never got in the way. If he had a gig, he took the gig first.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no matter where it was. In fact, he'd always leave the day the festival ended and go to Italy.
Yes, you did to Ascona, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
to Ascona. So,
Always had
he didn't take down the tents with the rest of us.
No.
No.